they were largely by their second unit. Straka, Long, and Kovalev. They scored 37% of their goals in the regular season. They have scored 4 goals so far, all coming against Washington. They were ineffective in Game 1. They'll need to be better Yager here. They were ineffective in Game 1. They'll need to be better without Yager here in Game number 2.
Up next, thoughts some more NHL on ABC Studios. We'll send you back to John Saunders and John Davidson, and then we'll be ready to go. The MVP for the Penguins so far in the playoffs, Mario Lemieux says it's this guy, Johan Hedberg. He had the shutout in Game 1, getting the best of Dominik Hasek.
Hey, Primakov! Get off the ice! It's more like prima donna cough! Hey, does anybody know the Russian word for loser? It's Primakov!
Ladies and gentlemen, visiting from Western Russia, the parents of right winger Alex Primakov.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 when you purchase by May 24th.
You are now free to move about the country.
We can expect in the coming months is Director of Product Development, Paul New.
Got it. Nortel Networks is building the new high-performance internet, the wireless internet, with optical technology that makes it faster.
Overall, this has been an exciting
and more
year.
reliable.
But the next few months will mark the beginning of a new Gesundheit.
Come together!
In fact, with technology changing
Over me!
I know, you practically live here. The odometer even says so. Well, maybe it's time for a little homeowner's insurance. Unless you prefer spending time with used car salesmen. Look, the solution's clear. New Quaker State higher mileage engine for engines with 75,000 miles or more. It's specially formulated to help prevent leaks, oil consumption, and loss of compression. So if you don't want to stop at 75,000 miles, then don't.
Get new Quaker State higher mileage engine oil at Jiffy Lube.
QEA, the multinational conglomerate, leads today to buy Fluent Enterprises. All their engine with factories in Kansas, Oklahoma, sources close to...
Ever get the feeling some people just stop trying? At Avis, we take a novel approach to service. We give it. Avis, we try harder.
CD, $15. Baseball tickets, you please? $60. Abstract painting, $3,000. Express checkout on the web, priceless. The MasterCard e-wallet. Online checkout is now one click away. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Get one at MasterCard.com.
Coming to ABC. Tarzan, Sunday at 7, 6 Central on ABC. ABC Sports swings into the Big Easy, the compact classic of New Orleans, next Saturday. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ABC, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NHL and NHL Players Association. 30 years, one mission, low fares.
And welcome to our Stanley Cup Playoff Studios here on ABC. John Saunders and John Davidson. The Penguins with a 1-0 lead over Buffalo. Now, they're billing this guy as the Moose that saved Pittsburgh. He played for the Manitoba Moose, still uses the blue mask. Hedberg has been terrific.
He was there 6 weeks ago. I guess the question would have been, can Pittsburgh get to Hasek? But now it's becoming, can Buffalo get to Hedberg? As a 6-year-old, Hedberg played street hockey. He was the smallest kid around, so they stuck him in goal. But he was good, decided to stay with it. And now look at him. And, you know, when you go in against the Buffalo Sabres, you go against a kid by the name of Chris Gratton, who had 5 goals in the Philadelphia series. Number 77 in the white was robbed 2 or 3 times during the game by Hedberg in goal. He's a very aggressive young man. He moves out. He doesn't stay back. And I love the way he battles in traffic. A lot of traffic around the net. He finds a way to gather the puck in. No rebounds.
Does not feel the pressure at all. Mario Lemieux, though, has been on a roll. 4 goals in his last 4 games. First period is coming up.
6 months.
Uh-oh, don't do it, Bill. Remain calm.
Well, if we need to do that, we can do that. There you go. And the street's going to hold you to that, Bill.
And that's when it hits you. You are so ready for IBM.
Oh, Bill.
Since I met you, I've begun to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name, and honey, you'll always be the only one for me. Needing you was my destiny.
With payments from just $1 a day, falling in love with a Yamaha V-Star has never been easier.
He announced that he was coming back from retirement. Oh.
Go Penguins!
It means a lot to have him back.
It's great for the game of hockey.
Pure joy. Everybody felt it. And this goes beyond sports.
Woo!
This is culture.
It's the best thing to happen to Pittsburgh since the inaccurate reception.
A lot of people thought I was too old to come back. I just needed some time to clear my head and my acne.
Play the Powerade under the cap game. 1 in 6 wins instantly.
It's drive time. Get to Goodyear, where right now you'll get a $50 fast credit when you buy 4 selected tires on your Goodyear card account. That's $50 coming your way. For complete details from the retailer nearest you, call 1-800-GOODYEAR.
What is it, boy? Somebody stuck in a well? Wendy. Wendy stuck in a well? No. What about Wendy's? Their Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger is back? Nice. Come on.
Any cheese lover will tell you nothing's better on the cheeseburger than cheddar.
We're taking a shortcut.
And nothing has more cheddar than Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger. It's the ultimate.
Thanks, I just got it cut.
Try Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger. And now Wendy's pickup windows open late so you can eat great, even late.
See you later.
Does it get any better than sudden death overtime in the Stanley Cup playoffs? I think not.
I'm falling even more.
Last shot wins tonight.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ABC, brought to you by Dodge, the official vehicles of the NHL. Dodge, different. Frost Brewed Coors Light, tap the Rockies. And Claritin. On a beautiful day like today, it's a perfect time to talk to your doctor about Claritin.
Set to go. Afternoon pucks from Buffalo on ABC. The referees this afternoon, as assigned by the National Hockey League, Terry Gregson and Nick Magoo. Sharing the lines, Tim Nowak and the veteran Ray Scapanello. And we're underway. Curtis Brown beats Mario Lemieux on the opening faceoff. And James Patrick, the 18-year NHL veteran, shoots in for Buffalo. Ferentz, the second-year player, tried to get it out, and it shot into the corner. Overskated in the Pittsburgh zone. Centering feed. It is blocked. The shot never came on, and a penalty coming up. 20 seconds into the hockey game, and the Sabres will go on the power play.
Well, right away, Lindy Ruff's squad went in with a little bit more aggressiveness than we saw in game number 1 with the first forechecker. Let's listen to the call.
7 black, 2 minutes holding.
Andrew Ferentz gets the call for holding as J.P. Dumont was added to the check-in line. Vladimir Siplikov taken out of the lineup. Rob Ray inserted into the lineup for the Buffalo Sabres, and Dumont's taken down there by Andrew Ferentz as Dumont tried to slide over to the right-hand side as the left-hand shot. First power play of the game.
Ferentz for holding at 20 seconds. The Buffalo power play in game number 1 went 0 for 5. Face off to the right of Johan Hedberg. And off the draw, Primo lost it, and that allows the Sabres to get possession as they look to set it up. Try to get it through for Gratton and could not. Work down low, here's Miroslav Shatan for Zhitnik. Long shot, missed the target, shot from the angle is stopped by Hedberg, and he's in the hockey game. Good play to keep in by Zhitnik. They go cross ice. Here's Wooley's rocket shot, missed everything, and he shot it so hard it lands all the way out to center ice.
Just like in game 1, Miro Shatan hit the post on the very first shot. Now, the very first shot of the Sabres just barely goes wide to the stick side.
Kasparaitis was hit by Gratton, kept in by Buffalo. Work down low, centering feed, and humped on Woolley, and clears itself. And Hasek will swing it around, try to hit Zhitnik, and coughed it up. Instead, turns it right over to Kovalev. And they could not connect on the one-timer with Martin Straka. Minute 5 left in this Buffalo power play.
Boy, the angle of where Dominic Hasek was trying to play that puck, it was too shallow, and that allowed Kovalev, a great skater, to get to the loose puck.
Woolley will shoot it around. There's the Aegis one. Doug Gilmour on the ice out with Dave Andrechuk. And Andrechuk will shoot it back to the point. Dmitry Kalinin, the rookie, couldn't hold the zone. And he finds Woolley, who coughs it up to Kovalev. Here are the Penguins shorthanded. Kovalev kills off some valuable prop. And he'll kill off some more time as he shoots it himself back to the Pittsburgh zone. Kasparaitis blasts it into the Buffalo end. There's 30 seconds left in the power play.
Kovalev's off to a real good start there. He got hit a couple times real hard in game number 1 by Alex Zhitnik of the Buffalo Sabres. He's going to be a key player with Yager out of the lineup in this game.
Zhitnik, one of the few players who put the body on some black sweaters in game number 1. The whistle for offside as a couple of bodies are spilled. Third member of our broadcast team today, it's Joe Micheletti. Joe?
Okay, Steve, thanks very much. Now, Lindy Ruff told me that for his team to be successful, they've got to get back to playing the way everyone is used to them playing. The one thing that really missed in game number 1 was their physical play. Their best hitting forward, Václav Barada, had 0 hits in game number 1. He also wants their best defense pair, Rhett Warner and Jay McKee, to get more involved in the hitting side of the game. And look for Curtis Brown, who's playing against Mario Lemieux in this game, to also play a physical game. And as Darren mentioned, that's one reason Rob Ray is back in the lineup. Steve, Darren?
Thanks, Joe. And a look at Rob Ray, anxiously awaiting his first shift. He played the first 2 games in the first-round series in Philadelphia, and this is his first game since then.
And when you're talking about the aggressiveness of the Buffalo Sabres defensemen pinching and taking away the boards as they always do, you have to keep in mind that third man high for the Buffalo Sabres, the forward, they've got to be back. And that's not what happened in game number 1. The defensemen did pinch, but there was odd man rushes against. And the forwards have got to do a better job of making sure they're back.
The Buffalo early power play has come to an end. Ferentz is out of the box. Here's Jan Hrdina. He'll move it ahead to the big guy. Here's 66, Mario Lemieux at center. He's 1-on-3. He'll curl away from the check and softly backhand it deeper. Here's Hrdina centering. Here's Baranek. His backhand shot was tipped wide. Joseph Baranek in a very strong game 1, especially when he took the place of Jaromir Jagr. Bob Bugner, the big hit. The first big hit of the game, and it belongs to Pittsburgh.
That was a very, very good hit by Bob Bugner. And I thought several times in game 1, Jani Laukkanen and Bugner did an excellent job of standing up on the blue line. I want to get back to the first opportunity of this hockey game on Johan Hedberg, because in game 1, it was a game of inches. This is the first shot of the game, and it went off the post. Johan Hedberg was excellent. He also got a little help, and after the game, he told us he was a little bit lucky on this one. Went off his right pad, then his left pad, and stayed out of the net. What an excellent save on Chris Gratton, and then the rebound by Afinogenov right off the post. And don't forget that with 5 minutes left in the game, it was only 1-0 Pittsburgh. Buffalo Sabres came on. They were a better team the last half of the game, and they created better scoring chances. As you saw, Maxim Afinogenov there, and Johan Hedberg, who will be a focal point again in this game.
You're right about the score being somewhat misleading. That did not have the feel of a 3-0 hockey game.
Well, the coaches on Buffalo.
There's the long shot by Andrechuk, reflected over the net and out of the zone.
Sorry, Steve, thought it had more of the feel of a regular season game. I expect this one to be more intense.
Centering feed, Stevens, what a pass, and a save by Hasek, who went post to post. Puck is still loose, scramble forward and cleared. There was a huge collision in front of Hasek, but it involved 2 Pittsburgh players. Icing is called.
Oh, boy, the one-time Buffalo Sabre, Wayne Primo, battling out afterwards with Rob Ray after that scrum in front of Dominic Hasek. Primo was excellent in game 1. Makes a backhand pass right on the tape here to Kevin Stevens. Stevens, I thought, was going to shoot, but he finds Morozov wide open. And Morozov was fading away, and with the puck rolling like that, he didn't get good wood on it. Hasek actually doesn't have control, doesn't know where the puck is. He looked behind him. The rebound's there, and Stevens came in from behind. What a collision in front of the net. I'm not sure if Woolley, it was more Ferentz and the Pittsburgh Penguin player that went down hard in one another. On the right side of your screen, the collision is going to happen after the rebound by Stevens. Right there, oh, there's Primo and Andrew Ferentz. Andrew Ferentz was sniffing in for the loose puck. Ferentz, of course, is a defenseman that has been most impressive on the blue line for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Wayne Primo looked like he was nicked up a bit. Saw him in the locker room yesterday after the off-day skate. He was reading through the newspaper clips, and he said, man, they can't get my name right. called him Keith a couple of different times in the newspaper clips yesterday. And one was in a Pittsburgh newspaper. He said he can understand it if it's Buffalo. He said, well, wait a second, I played here in Buffalo. And it's offside, two-line pass.
Well, Marty Straka, a big part of the second line for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Points per game in the playoffs. Well, I guess you could say he didn't find his stride. In the last 3 seasons, he has found his confidence. He's found the level of play that he needs to have every single game. Kovalev, of course, won the Stanley Cup in '94 with the New York Rangers. And then Robert Lang, the guy that makes it happen in terms of face-offs and setting the table for these fellas. In game 1, Robert Lang was pretty good on face-offs, 55%, and he was a +1.
Here's Kasparaitis trying to move it ahead. Both teams rather sloppy with passes in their own end so far. No icing, Hasek directing traffic. Pittsburgh's top 2 lines in the regular season, just their top 2 lines, scored 13 goals fewer than the Sabres' entire roster. That's forward and defenseman. So when we say Pittsburgh's offense is top-heavy with their top 2 lines, you understand what we mean. Here is that second line with Straka working on Rhett Warren. Straka's tied up. Warren does a good job on him. Audette freed it, but goes right to the Penguins. Here's Kovalev trying to make some magic along the wall. Shot in deeper. Jay McKee on it. And McKee, pass could not be handled at center. And it's back out at center ice. Gilmore got a piece of it. Here's Pittsburgh. Little drop pass for Lag. Shot blocked by Warner, the defenseman. Puck is loose in the skates. And it's worked free by Gilmore. Here's Doug Gilmore, who we both thought might have been the best Buffalo forward in the latter 2 periods of game number 1. And he wound up a minus player, a -2 in the game.
Yeah, he and Maxim Afinoganov were the 2 guys that were -2. Sometimes that's bad luck, though, too, you know. Sometimes it's bad line changes. But a lot of times, I thought Doug Gilmore had the most savvy with the puck. I thought he had a certain amount of calmness with him in terms of making a play. Whereas Miro Shatan, after he hit the post in the first period, I think his hands were a little bit active, too active for Miro Shatan.
Hedberg with some miscommunication with Ferentz, the defenseman, to get a second chance. Near side, Penguins get to it. Bergevin tried to clear. Good play to keep him momentarily by Patrick, who was smoked at the blue line. And now it hits off the penalty box glass, and we get the whistle.
If the Buffalo Sabres are going to be successful in this game, they're going to have to be the initiators. They're going to have to take the body on the skill players. In game 1, Jinnik was awesome. He took out Alexei Kovalev a number of times, and maybe that's why Kovalev didn't have his finest game in game 1. When you know 44 is going to be on you all the time, and Jinnik's a player with great lateral movement. He's not going to get sucked in by that little curl and drag move that Kovalev gives everybody. I mean, that fools everybody. And when you get transfixed on the puck all the time, you end up playing stick hockey. And one of the things Lindy Ruff talked about was their forecheckers on Pittsburgh skilled guys. They came in with one stick on their hand, a little swoopy thing there. They gave them all the time in the world to make a play like a pond hockey game. You can't play Pittsburgh that way.
Here's Ferentz now. He'll cross the red line, takes a high hit from McKee as he shot the puck in. Wrapped around the boards. Barada can't get to it. Here's Baratic, the number 1 unit out there for Pittsburgh with Mario Lemieux, and therefore expect to see Curtis Brown's line out there. At center, it's flipped in to the corner. Brown going for it. Brown is taken down by Verdina, and a penalty coming up against Pittsburgh. And the Sabres will go right back to the power play.
Black, minor penalty, interference.
And it's Ferentz again.
Yeah, second minor penalty of this hockey game. This one for interference. The Buffalo Sabres and Ivan Holinka's Pittsburgh Penguins both went 0 for 5 in game 1 with the man advantage. All 3 goals coming at even strength for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And Ferentz on the far side with the puck nowhere in sight. He ends up getting the call. We thought originally it was on Herdina as he grabbed with his right hand over to Curtis Brown, jumping into the offensive zone right behind the net, but it was actually called on the far side of the ice with Andrew Ferentz going off for interference.
For as good as Ferentz has been, he's got 4 minor penalties already in this series. And we're not even halfway through the first period of game 2.
He's not a big guy, but he's trying to assert himself, trying to be a physical presence as he was against the Washington Capitals.
Here's Shitnik now, working the point for Miroslav Shatan. Down low, Grattan tried to get it across back door. It was batted away by Hedberg, chance of moose in the building. Of course, the nickname for Hedberg gives you the idea that some Pittsburgh fans made the 215-mile trip from Pennsylvania. Here's Brett behind the net, trying to reverse it. Shatan, they weren't thinking along the same lines. And Wayne Primo gets to it, and he's able to backhand down the ice. There might have been some tickets available for this one. Game one, I know some of the people were disappointed here in Buffalo, was not sold out. First time the arena has not been sold out for a playoff game since Buffalo moved into their brand new facility, the HSBC Arena. Maybe the best way to remember that, hot sauce and blue cheese, as they're well known for here in Buffalo. Long shot, gloved easily by Hedberg, and he'll clear it himself.
Buffalo's got to know better than that to put it at Johan Hedberg. I mean, they don't know him. If they didn't know him before the game one, they ought to have known him now. He's an excellent puck handler. He's very calm with the puck, so that was an easy play for him.
50 seconds left on the power play. Here's Shitnik. Looking to pull up and set up shot. He was dumped as he pushed it behind the net. Here's Maxim Afinogenov. He loses possession, and it's cleared to center. Good play by Yanni Laukkanen.
Yeah, good play by Laukkanen, but Maxim Afinogenov's trying to stick handle in a phone booth over there on the far side. Not much room to make a play.
There's Patrick on it now. 25 seconds left in the power play. Shot in by Kalinin. Laukkanen gets to it. He led the Penguins with 3 blocked shots in game number one. Makes a good solid play there and is able to clear. Pittsburgh's penalty killing rather impressive so far here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, they went 0 for 5, obviously 5 for 5 in game one in terms of penalty killing. Then they had one early in this game, and now the second one. So they're going to gain plenty of confidence with their penalty killing unit and their defensive play because of that.
Johnson will swing it around and all the way out. It's somewhat surprising about the penalty killing because they were tied for 26 in the regular season. But it's a whole new season, a whole new ball in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And that's, too, where Hedberg is the beneficiary of the fact that this team has tightened it up, too. Let's not forget that.
Here are the Penguins now looking for an offensive chance. Here's Wayne Primo. Off for Stevens. Rene Corbeil, the third member of this forward unit. Corbeil's got it. He was dumped once by Warner and got right back up and tried to make the play. Here's J.P. Dumont on it for the Sabres. Dumont moving at center. He's 3 on 4. And it's knocked away at center and cleared in by Robert Lang.
Oh, Lang got his hand up high to his forearm, up real high on Rhett Warner. Again, defenseman for Buffalo coming into the neutral zone, taking that ice away from the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Brown never crossed the red line, and because of that, this will be icing. We're 9 minutes in to period number 1. The Sabres trying to draw even with the Pens.
Carry a crowd in the average compact SUV? That's a laugh. But Dodge Durango is different. It gives you best-in-class seating for 8 with the available third seat. So getting all your friends in is an exercise in comfort, not comedy. Durango. Different. And just right. Now get a $2,000 cash allowance or low 0.9 financing on Durango.
Yo, Tommy. Tommy, baby. Tommy, 2 Coors Lights. Tommy, my man.
Guys, level with me. You only like me because I bring you Coors Light.
Tommy, please. Tommy, you could be the nacho guy. Pretzel guy. It's about you. You're not just a beer, man. You're the man.
You're telling me it's not the Rocky Mountain refreshment that bonds us together.
Come on. You're the one and only Tommy. Tommy.
So if all my Coors Lights were empty, like they are now, we'd still be tight, right?
Where's Mike? Where's Mike? Mikey. 2 Coors Lights, 2.
They make friends so easily.
From spring to fall, it's in the air. It's allergy season. That's why there's Claritin, for 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Claritin has a low occurrence of side effects, such as headache, drowsiness, fatigue, and dry mouth, similar to sugar pill. So from the time you warm up early in the morning, through those extra innings late at night, when the ump yells, "Play ball!" you'll be ready. Talk to your doctor about Claritin.
Steve Levy, Darren Pang, Joe Micheletti. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ABC coming to you from Buffalo, New York. And the face-off to the right of Dominik Hasek. We're scoreless. Some 9 minutes in to period number 1. Good draw by Pittsburgh, but Warner gets there first. Somehow the Penguins able to keep it in deep. Lang was upended by Gilmore. Here's Straka now. Straka was double-teamed, and Straka sent flying, and a penalty coming up as as Audette was racing down the ice, Straka was taken down, and we'll see our first Penguins power play of the afternoon.
74 White holding.
We're set for an update back at our ABC studios to John and John. Steve, on the Dodge, different update. Colorado looking to get their offense going. Chris Drury with a great play to Adam Foote.
It's amazing to watch Colorado play. They give their defenseman the green light. That was Foote, the defenseman, almost scoring.
Felix Potvin with a great save. We're scoreless as well. All right, guys, keep us posted. John and John back at our ABC studios. There's a look at Jay McKee. He's off for holding at 9:08.
Ooh, marginal one. And Marty Straka helped himself by going down. By the time Marty went down, actually, the left hand of Jay McKee had just pushed off. And Straka went down. The referee was behind, looking like he had the one hand off his stick.
Ferentz rips the wrister, and the save by Hasek, and there is no rebound. Here's the Pittsburgh power play, a power play that, of course, is missing something very obvious. That's Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, it is Jaromir Jagr, who played 17 minutes and 17 seconds in game number 1 and didn't even play like 6 minutes of the second and the entire third period. Here's Jaromir skating on an off day. It's become a big question mark, but one thing for certain, after we looked at tapes of game number 1, the Charlie Horse report certainly is one that we could not find, definitely. If anything, it's the upper body of Jaromir Jagr, and is enough to keep him out of the lineup. It has to be. They said that he had some treatment before the game. I talked to Craig Patrick about that. He said he had treatment, just not ready to play in this hockey game.
Here's Lemieux, and they're offside at the Buffalo blue line. Not really even a game-time decision with Jagr. He didn't even take the pregame skate. Let's go down to Joe.
Okay, Steve, thanks very much. And prior to the game, there was quite a heated and animated conversation between that man right there, Ivan Hlinka, the head coach of Pittsburgh, and Jaromir Jagr. And we showed in game 1, they also had a heated conversation during a warm-up. And so just prior to the game, I asked Ivan Hlinka if he wanted to comment on what was being said. He said no comment. And then he turned back to me and said what we said and what we talked about were just normal things. But I can say this, their hands were waving, but they were talking in Czech, not in English, so we don't know what they said.
Oh, you haven't taken your Czech classes?
Joe, I thought you were fluent in 8 or 9 languages. Wrapped around the boards, and Straka could not keep in. Here's Brown for Verata, and Mario takes the puck, but there's a magnet on his stick. Lemieux will shoot back behind the net. Warner is there. And we get a whistle. And they'll face it off
not sure why
inside the Buffalo zone.
The net must have come off its moorings, that's why. But going back to game 1, so we can finalize this, Jaromir Jagr was hit on the side, and he immediately went towards the upper part of his body. Misplayed the puck right here, and he was again kind of pointing towards the upper part. It looked like he was pointing towards his shoulder. On the right-hand side, he had a minor collision. It looked like it was the hand of one of his own teammates that actually pushed him as he was going for a line change. And again, he kind of winced and was looking up towards one of his shoulders. So
this is the 5th playoff game of Jagr's career that he's missed due to injury. He missed 4 playoff games in the '99 series against New Jersey due to a groin injury. Pittsburgh won 2 of those 4 games. Play was broken up. Cleared down into the Pittsburgh end. Minute 5 left on this Penguins power play. Here's Kovalev. Makes the move at center away from Verata. Backhand softly for Lemieux. Another soft backhand pass for Kovalev. Back to the point. Here's Johnson. Rips it. And a block. Sliding block by Curtis Brown. Hans Johnson over there takes the bump from Brown. Work deeper. Here's Kovalev. He'll swing it around. Near side. There's Lemieux. For Straka. Back to Lemieux. They play catchrope, give and go. Straka doesn't get to it. Far side. Johnson. Now Straka has. Back for Johnson. Here's a long shot. Missed the target. Lemieux on the rebound. The crowd urging the Sabres to hit Mario every chance they can. Long shot. Gloved by Hasek. And he'll hang on. The crowd, they wanted to hit Mario, but it's just not that easy to hit 66.
No, it's not, because he's got a big body. He's a big guy, and he's not afraid to kind of rub himself into the opposing player coming towards him. But the puck movement of the Pittsburgh Penguins, holy jumping. Super puck movement by the Penguins. Mario Lemieux's on the left-hand side and gets a little bit of help. They try to spread things out. Straka on the left side, firing it all the way to the right side, and Hans Johnson had a hard shot right there. There was an easy save, but in front of the net, Oh, Curtis Brown goes down with the shot knocked that one right off his hand, his left hand, as he went down, and he stayed on and he battled in the corner. An excellent shot block, but we'll see if it's something long-term, because there's not a lot of protection on your glove, especially when you take a wicked shot like that.
Still 16 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. Morozov tried to get it away from Kalinin. Good play by Janssen to keep inside the zone. Hasek behind the net, involved with one of the Penguins. Puck along the near side, and Stevens trying to work it around Kalinin. Here's Wayne Primo. He's checked, got it back to the point. McKee's out of the box, power play over. Back to 5 aside. Stevens chipped it wide of the net, and it's out of play and into the crowd. 8:41 to go here in the first power play of the game for Pittsburgh. Hasek says nothing doing.
Yo.
Thompson, Gilman here. You at the office?
How's the trip going, sir?
Fine. Did Mackenzie's email say $4 million? And when's the meeting?
Call you right back.
Introducing Nextel Office Email. Calendar, contact list, email, right on your phone.
Meet again. $4 million and the meeting's at 10.
Excellent work. Why don't you go home early?
Nextel. More ways than anyone to communicate with everyone.
Got a little SUV and a big load? Good luck. But Dodge Durango is different. With 2 big, beefy Magnum V8s to choose from, you can pull up to 7,550 pounds, which puts Durango ahead and your boat behind you. Durango. Different. And just right. Now get a $2,000 cash allowance or low 0.9 financing on Durango.
Hey, Prima! Get off the ice! More like prima donna call!
Hey, does anybody know the Russian word for loser?
It's prima call!
Gentlemen, visiting from Western Russia, the parents of right winger Alex Primakov.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 when you purchase by May 24th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Curtis Brown has been wincing on the bench, and he's got some ice on that hand. And boy, did he take a stinger with that shot block. He was 61% against the Philadelphia Flyers on faceoff, 66% in Game 1. We'll see how he does now with this hand, or if he can even take a faceoff the remainder of the game.
This is from a guy who was 34th in the NHL in faceoff during the regular season. He's picked it up when it counts. Of course, he had the overtime game-winning goal in Game 4 against the Flyers in the first round. But he's been doing it all for Buffalo. See if he can do anything now. Thumb. Play along the wall. Back to the point. Here's Woolley. Shot never made it on goal. Ralphin, good play to dive, and then he blocks that shot.
Team defense first for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Sabres didn't know before this series started. They better darn well respect the fact that this is a team that has 3 men back all the time, the Pittsburgh Penguins do.
And that was really one of the themes. Somewhat surprising that maybe Buffalo was actually overconfident against Pittsburgh. Dominic Hasek said it yesterday, hey, maybe we need to respect their defense or their goaltender. We're going to wake up. Heavy-duty hit along the near boards. McKee just rattled the glass with Ian Moran's body. And Moran gets up slowly.
That's a good hit by Jay McKee. The defensemen of Buffalo have been way, way more assertive in this hockey game.
There's McKee, far side. McKee and Warner were singled out. Normally, a couple of key contributors with the body checks. Didn't get much going in that department in Game 1. They're off to a different start. Here's Shatan. He's forcing the issue. Swung around by Moran. Far side, McKee couldn't get there in time. Olawa just missed hitting him. Christophe Olawa making his first appearance in this series.
And you can be sure that Christophe Olawa was unaware of him playing the hockey game. He didn't come in when the team bus came in, or many of the guys came in. So the injury to Jaromir Jagr, I guess not all players were aware of it. Who would jump back into the lineup?
Here's Barnes. Avoids most of the check. Andrechuk on it near side. Battle for puck is loose. Herdina over for Pittsburgh. Can't get to it. Good forward work by Buffalo. Back to the point. Patrick's shot through traffic was tipped wide. Penguins get to it now. Andrechuk doing a good job, especially when you consider he doesn't have his stick. Shatan is down. Leads to the turnover. Side of the net now. In close quarters, trying to stick handle. Pittsburgh had it, and the quick whistle. Dave Andrechuk had poked it free. Tonight, tune in to ESPN for more great second-round action as the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the defending Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils. How great has Curtis Joseph been in these playoffs so far? The action starts 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, and can only be seen in the New Jersey area on ESPN. Full, exclusive national coverage of the Leafs and the Devils tonight on ESPN.
Well, I'm sure the New Jersey Devils are going to be an active team in that hockey game. This puck was jarred loose by Dave Andrechuk, and the referee, Terry Gregson, on the left side, he was screened by the net, so he gave the goaltender the benefit of the doubt there. What a hit by Jay McKee. Doug Gilmour was there, but trust me, folks, this was all Jay McKee in hammering the Pittsburgh Penguin player.
Face off in the Pittsburgh zone. Bergevin gets to it, near side, and it's cleared out to center. Straka over there. Barada is hit from behind, couldn't get to it. Dumont just had his stick lifted. Terrific back check by Kovalev, the forward, causing the Sabres to be offside, and that's part of that team commitment that might not have been with Pittsburgh a season ago. We saw Mario back-checking like crazy in game number 1.
Yeah, you did. I mean, they did back-check. So guys like Curtis Brown, who did a great job going up against the top line of the Philadelphia Flyers, now in this game here, when, I mean, obviously you're looking at the face-off numbers there, but more importantly, as Coach Lindy Ruff said in that Flyers series, he had moxie with the puck. And when you play against a guy like Mario Lemieux, and obviously Yager's not in this lineup, but Kovalev and Straka, there's a little slight intimidation when you handle the puck. You have to show confidence and calmness with the puck to make a play. In game 1, they might have been looking at it, I'm not going to use the word awestruck, but they were looking at it a little tentatively, I think, every time they had the puck trying to make a play.
Here's Barnes, a miserable goal-scoring slump, tried to center, swung around. First one was stopped by Hedberg, and the second shot went wide. Centering feed, here's Shatan. Shatan is hit by Bergevin. Oh, and then a heavy-duty hit. Man. A double-team job as Gratton flings his helmet away. Gratton was the meat in a buffalo sandwich as Zhitnik gets back to it for the Sabres. Straka tipped it center, but it's picked up by Buffalo. Here's Zhitnik and across the line. And Zhitnik is hammered down to the ice. Hit hard by Kovalev, and Zhitnik is down in a prone position.
Anybody that's ever played the game and has been hit like this is not good news. Not good news at all. He's out. Cut across the middle of the ice, through the neutral zone, and I don't believe he sees right here. He's trying to get a, oh my goodness gracious. He leans right into the right elbow of Alexei Kovalev because he was trying to avoid Straka there and did not see. The blind spot was exactly where Kovalev was coming in. Oh, let's hope he's okay.
Only one left. Who wants the last Frost Brew Coors Light? Beer man. Beer man.
Well, close one.
Close. The beer man is going to have to consult the instant replay. Upon further review, the lady gets the Coors Light.
Beer man's fair.
Look at her.
But he ain't stupid.
Look at me.
Hi, my car's out front.
We'll get started right away.
Five Star, an easier way to sell and service cars and trucks.
You're all set.
Great job, guys. Let's run that drill again.
5 Star, certified training so rigorous, only the best make the cut. It's better. We'll prove it only where you see these signs.
1-800-COLLECT presents Ava Sablehut.
I called you just in time. I was just calling Dad back home. You weren't using 1-800-COLLECT. Our dog collect calls the same? That's what they want you to think. 1-800-COLLECT can save your dad at least $1 or $2. So it's 1-800-COLLECT. It's so easy. Right. Now go spread the word. Bye. Taxi! Who's got the best legs? 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
You're looking at the live action. We were away. That is Alexei Alexei Zhitnik just now getting to his feet and getting some assistance from his teammates. Alexei Zhitnik, such a key member of the Sabres. He played 26 minutes in the first game, 5 more minutes than anybody else played on the team, and he was one of their big hitters. He was on the receiving end that time.
No, he was clearly, along with Doug Gilmour, 2 of their best players in game number 1. And don't forget, we showed you the package of he hitting Kovalev in game 1. Kovalev gets him back here. Kovalev actually, when you think about this, he's trying to get around Straka here and doesn't see Kovalev looking down. His head hits the ice real hard. So not only the initial hit here by the, looked like the forearm and the elbow, definitely the elbow on the chin, but his head coming back hard onto the ice, and you could tell that he was out.
No penalty on the play. Kovalev is on the Pittsburgh bench. 5:17 left in the first, scoreless.
I mean, it's hard to believe there was no penalty being called. The only thing I can think of is that the referees thought that it was the forearm or turned it around and it was a shoulder to them, but clearly his elbow came up high, and I think it got him square on the button, right on the jaw.
Maybe an answer, maybe a coincidence. Lindy Ruff puts Rob Ray out on the ice. We'll watch for that. Collision, and then Ray ties up his man, and a penalty coming up. I think Rob Ray will get the penalty, but not for what you might have expected.
Well, he had to tug down Primo because Primo was flying, and Primo was trying to get through the middle of the ice, and basically Rob Ray had to look around, and he's trying to stir Primo into a minor penalty.
Wait, get out of there! 32 white, fucking penalty, minor penalty.
Rob Ray was doing what he had to do. He was trying to get a call. He was trying to get Primo to bite on it because he knew he was going off for the minor penalty. The Buffalo Sabres, I'm sure, as a team, are still sour over the hit on their best defenseman, Zhitnik, and the fact that there was no penalty on the play. So he counters with Rob Ray getting back in the lineup to show a little bit of aggressiveness. And you know that the Buffalo Sabres right now are going to do whatever they can to make a hit. And already, Jay McKee came off the bench, went right over to Kovalev. I'm interested to see how Kovalev reacts after this year, because he knows that they're going to be jumping at him. But they've got the power play right now, so the Sabres can ill afford to run around some type of vengeance because of the hit. They've got to kill off this power play against them.
In all 7 games the Penguins have played so far, the team that has scored first in the Pittsburgh games has won. Pittsburgh scored first 5 times, they've won them all. The 2 losses, their opponent scored the first goal.
This might very well be what Buffalo needs. It can really tighten up your squad. I mean, just judging by that hit, I'd be hard-pressed to believe that Alex Zhitnik can come back in this hockey game.
We get a report from Joe as soon as there's any word. Joe Micheletti working ice level. Here, the shot blocked and clear. McKee blocked the shot. And McKee, behind the play, is having a conversation with Hasek.
Yeah, he's talking to him. So obviously Dominic might have said something to him. The communication between goalie and defenseman is so vital.
Trying to headman to Mario Lemieux. Lemieux gets to it and put it off Hasek's stick. No one is better from the bad angle than Mario Lemieux. And that pass is picked off by the Sabres, who come out shorthanded 2-on-2. Curtis Brown on the ice. Ferrix takes the body, now trying to take the puck. Working on Barada. Working over Barada. Lemieux comes in to join the party. Pushes it ahead for Straka. Good penalty killing so far for Buffalo. They were the #1 penalty killing unit in the NHL in the regular season. Kovalev will circle. 30 seconds left in the penalty to Rob Ray. Kalinin comes over to rub out Lang. Cross for Janssen. Finds Kovalev. Taking his eye off, and then Kovalev avoids the hit from Patrick. Off the glass, off the skate, and out to center.
And Kovalev was hit hard to begin this one by Jay McKee. And hit again. It looked like he was going for a chain seat. He stayed on the ice. Got a good heads-up pass there by Marty Straka.
Kovalev backhanded it wide of the net, and it's cleared by Buffalo. And that'll do it. Rob Ray's out of the penalty box. Sabres able to kill it off. Kind of lift, if any, they get. The 2 teams both 0 for 2 so far with the man advantage this afternoon.
Boy, Dominic Hasek knew he was in no man's land to begin this power play by going over to the corner and trying to play the puck. Mario Lemieux was there. Mario is so sharp in terms of angles. Mario's going to get the puck here and fire it right on the net. It hits the toe of the stick of goaltender Dominic Hasek, and it keeps it from going wide. I'm sure this was labeled from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. That's the puck going by on the right side and barely the tip of the blade of the stick of goaltender Dominic Hasek to keep that puck out. Mario, I mean, he's so good in the corners anyway. We've seen him in his comeback banking the puck from sharp angles on the other side. But just that ability to calm yourself down and fire it at such a severe angle. He knew what he was doing all the way.
Centering feed for Hines. He tipped it, but just wide of the net. Woolley will pinch. Here's Kasparaitis for the Penguins. Herdina in as well, along with Audette. Hines had dropped back into a defensive posture to protect for Woolley, who had gone into pinch. And Herdina will tip it back out the center. Woolley on it there. Works it across to center. Here's Hines. Tried to flip it in deep. Got some assistance from Gilmore. Kasparaitis there. And Kasparaitis is face first to the glass, courtesy of the Gilmore hit. And it's Warner at center.
Gilmore got him pretty good, too. Real good. Kasparaitis was very fortunate he wasn't facing. It looked like at least he created himself an angle knowing he was going to get hammered. It looked like he turned a little bit to the side.
Gilmore finishes off another check. Here's Dumont on. Dumont checked in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Makes the move. Here's J.P. Dumont, and he can't beat Kasparaitis one-on-one. And Bugner and Dumont go to the corner. Penalty coming up. And Mario Lemieux gets in the middle of everything.
Stick and penalty on Bob Bugner, I believe.
Six black, high stick.
Terry Gregson makes the call. There must have been some debris on the ice as he was going towards the penalty box, and Terry did a good job of staying on his feet there. J.P. Dumont did a good job of staying on his feet, and him and Bugner went in. Let's see the stick. Oh, the stick is draped right around the neck of J.P. Dumont and hauls him down. But keep in mind, too, Bugner's getting hit, and he's falling down as well after the hit. But the referee's got to make that call with the shaft of his stick, and the hook of it where the shaft joins the blade is wrapped right around the neck of J.P. Dumont. That's a good shift for Dumont to be assertive in the corner, taking down Bugner, trying to make a play one-on-one. And now another power play. Not much even strength stuff going on here. It's the fifth power play of the game.
Bugner, the high stick at 18-12. Pittsburgh just held a mini huddle in front of their goaltender, almost like a basketball huddle during a timeout or a foul shot. And a bad break for Buffalo there. They win the faceoff, but the puck just hopped over the stick of Gilmore. And it's shot in by Woolley. It's like Woolley and Gilmore will play the points on this Buffalo power play. And Gilmore could not keep it in. He brought it out across and then tried to bring it back in. And they're offside at the Pittsburgh blue line.
You know, Gilmore was effective in a couple of games against Philadelphia, point shots, because he's smart. He's not a guy that's going to rifle one through any kind of goaltender. He hardly has a curve on his stick. He's not a hard shooter of the puck. But Doug Gilmore's assets are the fact that when he shoots it on net, he keeps it low, keeps it flat, and he thinks of the forward's point of view for tip-in. So that'll be an advantage. But certainly they're going to miss Zhitnik. Jason Woolley gets a chance too on the power play, and that'll enable him to use his offensive skills, get him back into the series.
All active players in this postseason. Doug Gilmore, #1 in scoring. Severing feed, just wide of the net. Tried the backhand attempt. Hedberg didn't have to make the stop. Grabbed, pounded by Bergevin behind the net. And Lemieux gets to it. How dangerous a penalty killer is Mario Lemieux?
I think Lemieux and Kovalev on the ice in shorthanded situations. My goodness. You're just so tentative when the puck's bouncing. You want to be on the defensive side of the puck. You don't want those guys going the other way.
Tough to be considered shorthanded when Mario Lemieux is on the ice for you, killing penalties. Here's a Finnegan out. He's checked. Dumped deeper. Johnson trying to work it free. Lang over to help out and clear, and Hasek will play it behind his net. 35 seconds left in the period. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Bugner. Here's Gilmore winding up, trying to skip through a couple of Penguin players and can't, and it's cleared down the ice.
That's one of those plays where you recognize there's 4 Penguins along the blue line. You have to dump that puck in. I know that's hard to say when you've got a creative player like Dougie Gilmore, but you've got to get the puck in deep. Like that.
Wrapped around the board, so hard that Hedberg couldn't get to it. But Bergevin is there to Wayne Primo. Chips it off the boards and out of the zone. 1 second left. They won't get the shot away. As the horn sounds, ending a scoreless first. Coming up, the Dodge Different Intermission Report. John Saunders, John Davidson, a look at the Kings, or not a secret anymore. And the Avs, Chris Drury, tells his story. All coming up on the the Dodge Different Intermission Report.